Hello, this is Bob Young. I will be your narrator for this episode. This episode is entitled Man Co-Creates in God. It is the fifth in a series of videos that discuss a parable called Adam's God Phone. The parable of Adam's God Phone is primarily based on the revelations by Jesus to Mystic Luisa Piccarreta about the gift of living in the kingdom of the divine will. Other sources are used as well. As you can see, my email and website are shown below. My website is calltobefree.com. God desires that Adam become more godlike. God created the first human, his most beautiful creation. God wants Adam to participate in creating more humans over time. God decides to extend his design for humankind. God's enhanced design will allow his creation, Adam, to become an active partner in the divine act of creating more humans. God extends his design of humankind. God creates a woman from Adam's rib. Her name is Eve. Eve was designed to be a helper and partner to Adam. God's enhanced design consists of two humans who work in unity with complementary roles to effect the propagation of God's creation. Here is a visual of God's fiat creating Eve from Adam's rib. We have God on the left, Adam in the middle there. God says fiat. And Eve is created from Adam's rib. We have photos of Adam and Eve. It turns out the photos of Adam and Eve were lost during the flood. However, on the right are photos of the descendants of Adam and Eve. There's likely a strong resemblance. When I put this slide together, it was somewhat shocking because you realize that when we get to heaven, we will get to meet Adam and Eve. And since we are related, they may actually look something like us. We also have a photo of the unification of Adam and Eve. Shown here is the reenactment of the commitment to unity by Adam and Eve by using photos of their descendants. God's enhanced design empowers man to co-create. So we see Adam and Eve on the right, we see God on the left. Man says fiat, God says fiat, and you can see the human race is propagated with two more humans. At this point, I want to address the terminology of humankind versus man. The word humankind refers to all humans, male and female. The word man can be used in two ways. It can be used as a synonym for humankind, or it can be used to represent the male gender. The context of a discussion dictates the meaning of the word man. Thus, in several cases, the use of the word man may include both Adam and Eve, or both men and women. Now, according to God's design, Adam is the head of all human generations. He designed him to be a prototype of all subsequent humans. As head, Adam possessed the seeds of all that is necessary for the development of human life. Those seeds would, for example, include what we now know as DNA. These seeds in Adam set the stage for Adam to download the seeds to his progeny, that is, his offspring through the generations. So what is included in the download program? The divine sons for communication to the triune God. The divine sons include the three powers: will, intellect, and memory. The first acts Adam received from God at his creation. The ability for man to fuse with God and co-create more humans. What is the significance of the download design? God's nature is unity. God's design is to fuse humankind into the unity of the triune God. God's design will propagate his love and his life without limit. Man's fiats will determine the extent of the propagation. And that's a very interesting point. Man has the ability to exterminate the human race by failing to do God's will and refusing to co-create. I think it will be helpful at this point to visualize God's design for program downloads. It shows God with his program downloads into Adam. So Adam now is programmed. And the way the humankind is architected, Adam now downloads his program to his progeny, to his descendants, and they in turn download that program to their descendants, etc., etc. These episodes will be continued. Remember, we are being called to be apostles of love, apostles of the end time.